Thank you, Madam Chair. So, Surrey has communicated a new community vision with the strap line of no one left behind. I entirely support and commend this vision. What concerns me is whether the Council's actions in this budget live up to the admirable objective of no one left behind. There's a huge amount of cynicism with politics and politicians at the moment. The contradiction between what politicians say and what they do is the single biggest cause of this cynicism. So how is this Council matching actions with words? When we discussed the 13.8 million of proposed efficiencies at the Children's and Families Select Committee, I asked if impact assessments had been carried out to identify what these savings would mean to those affected. I was told this would be covered in the equality statement, so I read it with interest. I learned that impacted groups include adults of all ages with physical and learning difficulties, children and young people, including those with special educational needs and disabilities, older adults and their carers, women, particularly those who work in areas where they make up the majority of the frontline workforce. So maybe not a good start for no one left behind. The only negative impact cited in respect of children and young people is a reduction of services to those not in education, employment or training. This is assessed to have more severe impacts on children from lower income households. However, the Disabled Children's Partnership has undertaken an investigation which shows that Surrey is ranked as the worst area in England in real-term cuts to disabled children's services in the 5 years 2015 to 2020, amounting to cuts of 7.8 million. Then there's lived experience. A resident in my division who fosters children with disabilities and complex health problems and who was awarded an MBE for these services in Surrey tells me that disabled children wait months for assessments and then still more months for a service or equipment to be made available. The result is a decline in the child's capability and progress and a huge increase in the physical and emotional burden for carers and parents. Let me give you another example. I've personally heard from parents about the disastrous, if unintended, consequences of implementing efficiencies in home-to-school transport for SEND children. One school head teacher assessed that a child had effectively lost a full year of schooling because the child's needs, as stated on the EHCP, were not taken into account when the transport was assessed. By the way, I don't for 1 second believe that anyone wants these sort of situations to happen, but they happen too frequently. So in respect of the budget, I ask, how committed to no one left behind is this Council really?